solving climate change definitely doesn't feel like climbing El Cap or soloing anything else. I mean, there are obvious parallels between doing impossible things and doing really hard things and whatever. But no, I mean, any climbing challenge is so trivial compared to climate change. And I mean, kind of one of the things I love about climbing is it is relatively simple. You just see the objective, you break it down into whatever piece you need, and you tackle the objective. I mean, climate change is hard to even know where to start because it's such a daunting problem. Fear is a constant part of climbing. Because you're afraid so often, you get pretty good at judging your own fears. It's easy to be paralyzed by fear, to act inappropriately or not act at all because you're afraid. And so I think that same sort of frank evaluation of fear could be useful in the climate crisis. Because being afraid just doesn't matter a lot of the time. And a lot of the time you should just ignore it and you just need to act. And I think in the case of the climate crisis, that's probably most often the case. I'm a naturally very optimistic person, I think, and so no matter how much bad environmental news I read, I still just generally think things will be relatively okay. Like basically there are tons of global metrics of wellness that are doing great, but if you only read the news, you think that like, oh, human life is terrible, but you're kind of like, not really. Like our lives are much easier and longer and safer than our parents or our grandparents were. Now the next step is to make sure that it's not at the expense of Mother Earth, that we're not achieving human prosperity at the expense of the rest of the planet. And I kind of suspect that within my lifetime, we will at least sort of crest the hill on that. The Honnold Foundation supports community solar around the world, mostly because humans don't care about protecting the environment unless their basic needs are met. And often solar is the best way to kind of do both, to help people meet their basic needs and to help the environment. I think one of the biggest challenges with climate change is the feeling of personal insignificance, where it's like, well, what can I do? And like, is it even worth me getting out of bed and doing anything on this issue because it's way too big? There's always something you can do. It's like, even if it's the smallest little personal choices around, your shopping, your diet, voting, advocacy, things like that, making sure that you're at least trying to be engaged politically. We all live on Earth, we might as well do the best that we can to improve our own lives and to improve the health of the planet around us, which in some ways is somewhat self-interested because the health of our ecosystem helps human life as well. The struggle is that individuals wish they could do more, and the reality is you can't do that much. And yet, if you consistently do a little bit for a long time, it kind of adds up. That if you consistently act in the best interest of the environment around you for the next, say, 60 or 70 years of your life, you're going to have a tremendous impact. It's like compounding interest. It's like if you do anything for 60 years, it's going to be incredible. Humans are capable of much more than we often try. It's like we can do very hard things if we try. If you work hard at it, you're inspired, you just never really know until you try.